Hello, everyone, and welcome to Global Accessibility Awareness Day 2024. I'm Janine Stanley here at Aira, and I am joined tonight. We're all actually going to be regular explorers tonight. I am joined tonight by fellow Aira staff, Maribay Huking, who is our social media manager. Hi, Maribay.
Hi, Janine. Excited to be here.
Yeah, and Mirabai will be looking at your questions and giving you all some prompts out there in Facebook land and YouTube, whatever the YouTube universe is called. I'm also joined by Blake Steenek, who is our, I always blank on your title, but you are our Director of Accessibility, I believe it is. And accessibility UX here at Aira. And Blake has had a lot to do, as you will find out, with the shaping of our product Access AI. And of course, we would not have one of these programs if it weren't for our producer, Sid. Hey, Sid.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Janine.
Yeah. So we are at our 13th Global Accessibility Awareness Day. And this time around, many of you know that at CSUN this year, we debuted Access AI, which is our image description entry into the field of AI accompanying our agents. So we basically have our visual interpreters and the AI working together in a way that I think nobody has done quite yet. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit, Blake, about this because this was a process that started probably back in December, I think. But it started even before we really had a lot going on. We had a lot of input from the community. Can you tell us about how you were responsible for structuring all of that?
Absolutely. So at Aira, hopefully everyone knows that building with the community is a key thing to do and something that all of us here appreciate since just being part of the blind community, we want to uh, be a part of the things that are built for us, nothing about us without us.
Yep.
And I think it's just exciting that to see that happen and see it done well, as much as it's a good thing to do. It's you have to put in a lot of action to see that actually really happen. And so really when the first initial conversations around Access AI were being had, there was very quickly the thought of, all right, how are we bringing in explorers from the community to help give insights through you could consider it an advisory group or a market research group, a way to have product development happen, building and adjusting with the community. And doing this early on was very key so that we didn't have this polished version that we show people and then say, so how does this work? And then you have to undo a bunch of things. It was really from the ground up. And Ira has had a history with AI and pursuing this technology. And since these days it's become better and better, it's good to revisit that and really look at all the different areas of AI since there's features, use cases, the tone and the language that is used in these models, especially for people with disabilities, can be a unique different thing.
Oh, yeah.
And there's privacy and security concerns, and then figuring out how does this fit into Aira's existing services. Lots of things to figure out, and it was really cool to have this AI advisory group of explorers, a group of explorers from the community to have these conversations, to be able to synthesize all this feedback and have our software engineers help develop what we have today. And it's continuing to evolve. But it was awesome just the amount of times people would share things in meetings and conversations that we never thought of, but was so valuable to have that feedback. So really cool
Oh,
to be a part of that and get to build
yeah.
with the community.
Definitely. And I think that's a really big part of what Global Accessibility Awareness Day is all about, and just accessibility awareness in general, is about including people in designing for people's needs and around people and with people rather than just, designing in a vacuum. And the little things like the AI telling you turn the paper around or get a better camera angle. Well, if I could do that, and we learned very quickly that we did not want our AI to be saying things like that. So we've done quite a bit of work there. Well, let's just dive right in. Now, let me explain a little bit. If you don't have Access AI on your device, we have, I guess, Blake, this would be considered almost a public beta, right? That people can apply to receive.
Yeah, I don't have the best label for it, but
Mm.
right now in the Aira Explorer app, there is an Access AI tab, and you could request access to Access AI, and we've just been slowly releasing it to a controlled, or slowly releasing it to groups of explorers. But if you request access to that tab, you can try it out. And we're continuing to get feedback and try to improve it.
And right now, it is altogether now free. Yes, it is free. So please take advantage of that if you haven't already. But I'm going to start my screen share here.
Swipe up to
And we'll
cellular.
wake
4
up
of
my
4
phone.
bars. Signals. Call an Aira agent button.
And we
Heading.
are now in the home screen of the Aira Explorer app. And down along the bottom here, we have our tabs. So
Selected. Home. Tab 1 of 4.
I'm
Button.
just going to swipe right.
Access AI. Tab 2 of 4.
There's
Button.
Access AI. And we have
Usage.
usage
More.
and
Tab
more.
4 of 4.
Let me go
Usage.
back
Access
here.
AI. Tab 2 of 4.
We'll
Button.
double tap on that.
Access AI. Tab selected. Access AI. Tab 2 of 4. Button.
And I'm just going to show you the screen because there are some interesting things here.
608. Quick capture and send. Button.
We have a number of ways to get images. Quick capture and send, pretty easy. Actually, I'm just going to, why don't I go ahead and take a picture of myself to show you quick capture and send. I may be sorry I did this, but let's move that. Alrighty.
Quick capture and send. Access actions available. Image.
And you can hear
Sarah.
it taking the picture there. And now we are waiting on.
This image shows a woman with brown hair wearing a black t-shirt with the Aira logo. She is wearing a headset and there is a microphone in front of her. Would you like more details?
Would I like more details? Now, there are a number of things you can do with this. If you do a single finger swipe down, you'll get the
Share.
rotor. And you can share this description, but you can also go back up and share the image, and I'll show that to you in a minute here.
Explore image.
There's the Explore image.
Activate. Default.
Actually, I think I'm on the image. There
Call
we
an
go.
Aira agent. Actions available.
I
Image.
was on the image. There we
Actions
are.
available.
So I can actually
Sarah.
share that image that I took. So if I took a really good picture and I got it, I can actually grab that photo and share it.
This
But
image shows a woman with brown.
now I'm in the description, and I can also share this description. Again, single finger swipe down. This is on iOS, but I believe, Blake, if I'm not mistaken or Mirabai, these are the same commands in Android.
Share.
Yes.
Okay, we have share,
Copy.
copy, so you can copy that text to wherever you need it.
Mark is helpful.
Mark is helpful.
Mark is not helpful. Verify with an Aira agent.
And there we are. There's the secret sauce. We can verify this image with an Aira agent, and we'll do that with another image. I'm just going to go up and mark this one as helpful.
Mark is helpful. Marked is helpful.
It's
This
always,
image shows a woman with.
there we go. It's always good to mark those as helpful if you can. That helps us to know if the images are what you needed from the Access AI. Now you can ask this, as you can in many of the AI image recognition products. You can ask it questions about the image, but let's see what else we can do.
611 back button. Back.
Just clear out that
Cellular.
particular
4 of 4 bar. Quick capture and send button. Detailed capture button.
detailed capture. Now this is the fun one. Detailed capture uses the iPhone camera. And we'll show you that here in a minute. But the really fun thing you can do with detailed capture is ask it a question beforehand. So
Usage. Tab 3 of 4. Detailed capture. Quick capture and send button. Detailed capture. 0.5. 0 people.
Okay. Let me just go back.
Use it. Selected. Access AI. Tab 2 of 4. Button. Detailed capture. Button.
Sure. All right.
Take picture button.
Now, I could have asked it a question, but I'm not getting that blank. So we have, and I'm in a beta, so
Tilt right.
your mileage may
Level.
vary. Now you can hear those kind of familiar signals from the iPhone camera if you've used it before and you have those things all
Tilt
enabled.
left.
You can tilt right, tilt left to keep your camera level. This is going to help you get what you need when you're trying to take a picture. So let's say I have something here. I've got a wrapper for some yarn here, and I want to make sure that I get it in frame at least so I know my camera's pointed in the right place. I'm just going to take my finger and touch toward the top of the
Viewfinder.
screen.
Focus
So I'm in the
unlocked.
viewfinder.
Image. Ash velveted / 120 meters
And I
bullet
hear
3.5
text.
ounces.
I'm going to take the picture, and I can either tap.
Cache. Velvet 100.
There we go. I can either tap on the take picture button, or I can hit my volume up button to take that picture.
Use photo
And
button.
I'm going to tap in the lower right corner to use that
Use
photo.
Selected. One image.
Okay. And now I'm back on the screen here.
Remove attached image. Detailed capture. But choose from gallery. Type a message. Text field.
And here I can type a message or I can dictate as I'm about to attempt
Insertion point at end.
to do. Read me the label on this wrapper.
Inserted. Read me the label on this wrapper. Send message button.
And
Read
that
me
was
the
a
label
single
on this
finger
wrapper.
swipe right.
Image. Actions available. Response. Access Al is writing a. Read me the label on this wrapper. KECH Velvet 122, yes / 120 meters 2.5 B2 / 100 grams, 100% polyester. Read me the label on this wrapper. Cache. Velvet 132 is / 120 meters bullet 3.5 A2 / 100 grams.
Okay, so there is our, and you can see this is all in real time. Obviously, no editing needed here. I can ask more questions about that particular object, or I can go over here. I've got a bunch more things. So I can take a general picture with this detailed capture, and I can ask
The
it
label.
for
Read me the label on this
rich
wrapper. Image.
descriptions, etc., etc. You can, the whole secret to AI, and Blake, I think you can back me on this one, is the prompt. How do you prompt the AI to get what you want out of it? Because, we can set it up to give you this grandiose imagery or very basic imagery, but when it comes down to it, you want what you want out of the AI. Sometimes you want a quick answer to something. Sometimes you want a lot of description. And you can actually tailor that with your prompts to access AI. So I've got another thing here. I have a catalog, and we'll see if I can
And
get it with the arm of my
Janine,
microphone.
real quick, I just wanted to point out, so the image you took was turned 90 degrees and it was able to read what was in the image even with it rotated. I just wanted
There
to
you
point
go.
that out.
Interesting. And that was something that I never obviously did not know. But and it didn't tell me, oh, you have to turn it before, I can read it, because I have had experiences with AI where it says, I can't read it because it's upside down. And not so much. Now I have a round bottle here, and we're going to just see what I can get from this round bottle. But first,
label.
we're going to clear
Back button.
that
Back.
out.
Detailed capture button. Selected. Access AI. Usage. Detailed cap. Choose. Home. Tab. Choose. Detail. Quick capture and detailed capture. Take picture
Righty.
button.
Here we go. And we're going to take a picture of this bottle.
Image.
Go. And I did that with that volume up button.
Use photo
Use
button.
the photo.
Select. Type a message.
Here we go. We'll type a message.
Insertion point at end.
What kind of supplement is this?
Inserted. What kind of supplement is this? Send message button. Access AI is writing a response. What kind of supplement is this? Image. What kind of supplement is this? This image shows a dark blue bottle with a white label. The text on the label is difficult to read. Would you like more details?
Now.
Type a message. Text field. Insertion point at end.
Can I turn the label to get a better picture?
Send message button. Access AI is writing a response. Send message. Dimmed. Please do. That would help me read the label for you.
Okay, well, let's just see what we can do. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise a little bit here and move my camera back, and then I
Type a
will
message. Send mess. Type a choose from gallery. Detailed capture
we'll
button.
do detailed
Take picture
capture
button.
again and take picture and
Image. Use photo,
photo.
button. Use
And you'll notice
selected. One image.
just
Send
going
message
to hit
button.
send message,
Send message.
and
Dimmed.
Access AI has remembered what I was looking for here.
This is a bottle of Life Extension Super Omega 3 supplement.
Okay, now let's verify this with an agent. So I'm just going to
Actions available. Image. Please do that. Actions available. This is a bottle of Life. Share. Copy. Mark is helpful. Mark is not helpful. Verify with an Aira agent. Verification requested.
and this is actually going
Looking for
out
an agent.
to
Looking for an agent.
going out to a live agent, and they're going to take a look at this and let me know if what the AI sees
agent is found.
correct.
An agent is found.
Okay, an agent is found. And
Real quick, Janine, one thing
Yeah.
that was neat is that the second photo, the flash turned on, which helped get a better photo of the text.
And all of these things, Blake, I would have no idea that that happened. So, you know,
Teamwork,
just
but-
get exactly. And that's, you know, and I've actually asked it, which way should I turn the round container to get more of the label on? And it has told me turn it clockwise, turn it
Great news.
counterclockwise.
Our Aira agent has double checked, and everything looks good with the AIS response. Great news. Our Aira agent has
All
double checked,
right.
and everything looks.
Excellent. So
End of
I'm going to
messages.
go
Heading.
ahead
Great news. Our
and-
Aira agent has share. Copy. Activate. Default.
Yep.
Share. Actions available.
Me.
Image.
and we will mark
Action.
that one as
Please do.
helpful.
That would help me read the share. Copy. Mark is not. Mark is helpful.
There we go. All right.
Marked is helpful.
And like I said, you don't have to do that every time, but it is certainly helpful. Now we'll go on to the third way of looking at a picture from within the app.
Actions available. This is a bottle of
Now
life.
let me
Back button.
Clear that out.
Act
And-
detailed capture button. Choose from gallery button.
Choose from
Cancel
gallery.
button.
And this is going to take me to my camera roll in iOS. So I'm just going to pick a photo
Date.
here.
Photo. Date. April 30th. Time. 1:16 p.m. Actions available.
And I will just double tap on
Selected.
it.
One image.
Now I can ask a question about this photo if I want. I'm just going
Send
to go
message
ahead and
button.
get a description.
Actions available. Image. Send message. Dimmed button.
And we are just waiting for that.
This is a picture of a backyard with a patio, a black fence, and several trees. The grass is green and one of the trees has white flowers on it. Would you like more details? Type a message.
Sure.
Insertion point at end.
Give me a rich and vibrant description of this photo.
Inserted. Give me a rich and vibrant. Send message button. Access AI is writing a response. Send message. Dimmed.
And we'll
This
see.
inviting backyard is bathed in the soft light of a beautiful spring day. A patio with chairs sits in the foreground, offering a place to relax and enjoy the lush greenery. The centerpiece of the yard is a magnificent tree adorned with delicate white blossoms, creating a stunning contrast against the clear blue sky. Would you like more details?
Wow, I want to make sure that's my actual backyard. Excellent. So you can see the difference in what you put in, what you prompt the AI to give you back. And that is what you're going to get. And so you have three options here from within the app, plus the verification with a visual interpreter. But we have more. But wait, there's more. And for those more, I am going to turn it over
620
to
back button.
Blake. And I'm just going
Actions
to get out
available.
of that.
Alert. Share button.
Oh.
6. Share. Cancel button.
There we go.
Actions available. Image. Back button.
Okay, we'll get out of that.
Accessing quick
Back to
capture
our
and
main Access AI screen. There you go. Now, Blake, there are also ways to do this from the share sheet, right? Oh. Did we lose me?
You're still up.
Blake, looks like you're muted.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
you're good. Blake, can you hear us?
And actually, while we're getting
Okay.
Blake back with us, do we have any questions or comments from out there in the audience?
Looks like we don't have anything so far, but I'll keep an eye out, see if we have any new comments coming through.
Awesome. And I will tell everyone that you wonder if there are things that Access AI will not translate, and that would be some types of personal information, but not everything. It will prompt you, though, to connect with an Aira visual interpreter, and you can always do that at
Quick
any
capture and
time
send
in
button.
the app.
Detailed quick capture and send. Access AI heading. Access AI
If you've got an image up there and you want to reach a visual interpreter, in the upper right corner, there is a button that says call an Aira agent, and you can get right in touch with a live agent. Now, while you're using the Access AI app, the app is free, but when you connect to an agent, that's when the meter starts running, basically. So if you have a free 5-minute call, perfect. If not, or if you have used your free 5-minute call, then that will go into your plan minutes once you start talking with a live human being. But that agent will have access to your entire chat. So they will be able to see everything that you've done in that particular session with Access AI. So they can reference documents, etc. And I've actually had them do that with a medical bill that I scanned in. And one of the reasons that I did that, because I would probably not do that on most AIs, but our AI, I happen to know the security is the same as if you were talking to one of our agents, and I would absolutely trust that particular security system with my medical information. So this worked out quite well. The information that the AI couldn't give me or didn't feel comfortable giving me, let's put it that way, the agent was able to give me, and I was prompted to connect with an Aira visual interpreter to make that happen. So do we have
Awesome.
Blake?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. My mic died on me, so
Oh no.
we have my headset mic right now. But yeah, so
60%.
with
6:24 p.m.
Access
Status bar
AI,
item.
when we were developing it, a high in demand feature was to be able to use Access AI through the share sheet, basically wherever you can click the share button on your phone when sharing an image. We wanted to make sure you could send it directly to Access AI. Janine, did you want to show that as I talk about it?
Yeah,
Or what
let's
would work
do that.
best?
Let me,
Camera in
I'm
use.
gonna go out,
Aira file photography folder. 2
go
apps.
into my photography folder here,
Photos.
go into photos, and let's pick,
Photo date April 30th. Time.
now
Photo
let's pick another
video
one.
date May 7th. Video date May 14th. Video screenshot date photo date April 30th. Time. Photo date April 30th. Time 1:16 p.m.
Okay,
Actions available.
I take a
group
lot of
trees.
pictures of my yard.
Library back button.
All righty, so now I am in, I've selected that photo. I'm gonna go to the lower
Toolbar share button.
left
Share
corner
button.
here, share,
One photo selected.
and let me go down through my options.
Location services. Location is included. Options button. Close button. Photo selection list. Video date. Video +1. 3 mail button.
All righty, and I have it set for all of my last contacts, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. But I'm starting up at the top of my applications list, favorite
Notes
applications.
button. Journal button. Reminders button. Freeform button. Slack button. Zoom button. Aira Explorer button.
Aira Explorer, we'll come back to that one in a minute.
Teams button. Drive button. More button. Copy photo button. Describe with Be My Eyes button.
Oops,
Add to shared album. Add to album button.
and you can tell that I'm using a beta because my Describe with Access AI is way down here. It
Airplay
keeps
button.
getting moved.
Use as wallpaper button. Copy export. Create watch file. Assign to print button. Add to new. Save to file. Find products on. Recognize with. Save to Dropbox. Search with Google. Ask Envision. Envision it. Describe with. Recognize with. Describe with Aira Access AI button.
Hey, there we are. I'm
And
gonna go
Janine,
ahead.
do you want to
Yep.
show how we can move that higher real quick?
Yes, let's
Awesome.
do that.
So
Okay.
if you go to the very bottom, the last element is edit actions.
Edit actions button. Actions heading.
Okay.
And then you're going to have a list of the similar options that you just went through. And you have the like list of options ordered that can be rearranged, but the quickest thing we'll show is how do you move it to the top to your favorites right below or next to copy
Done
photo.
button.
So if you
Insert
go
AirPlay.
down to describe with Access AI,
Yeah,
Insert
let's
used as wallpaper.
make sure I
Insert
can
AirPlay.
find that.
Insert add to shared album.
Ooh.
In other app. Create. Insert design. Create what? Insert print. Insert add. Save to find products on. Recognize. Save to Dropbox. Search. Ask. Envision it. Describe with. Recognize with. Describe with Aira Access AI. Switch button. On.
Okay, there
so
we
Actions
go.
available.
if you're using it without voiceover, there is a plus button that you can press, and then there's also a switch on and off. It's a little weird with voiceover, but what you do is swipe up with one finger, and it will say
Insert.
insert. You double tap,
Double tap.
Recognize with SuperSense. Switch button. On.
and it doesn't announce it very well, but that will move it to the very top to your favorites. If you scrolled
Done.
back up, you
Done
would see that
button.
it's there, or can just
Yep.
click done.
Can I do done?
Search with Google Lens button. Add to save to files button.
Yeah.
Page 2 of 3. Page 1 of 3.
All the way back
Photo
up to the
selection
top
list.
here.
Video. Date. April. Alex Wallace. Mail.
Yep.
Drive button. +1. 3 zeros. Teams. Drive button. More button. Copy photo button.
Okay, copy photo.
Describe with Be My Eyes button. Describe with Aira Access AI button.
Ta-da, there we go.
There you go.
All right.
And you can
And-
add multiple and turn on and off whatever favorites that you choose to have. But basically, you go to the bottom, click Edit Actions, scroll to whichever you want added to your favorites, and you could either double tap to turn it on or off, or swipe up with the rotor actions, double tap for insert, and it should move it up.
Voila. Okay, I'm going to
Describe with
double
Aira.
tap. And,
Photos Aira Explorer. Aira Explorer. Back button.
and this is going to do exactly what you would expect it to do. It's going to go right to Access AI.
This is a picture of the backyard with a white flowering tree in the center. There is a black fence, green lawn, and other trees in the background. Would you like more details?
Nope, I'm good with that one. So let me go back up to the
Back
upper,
button. Return to photos button. Status
way
bar item.
far upper left corner. We're going to
Return to photos button.
photos.
Status bar item.
And
Return to photos button. Return to 620.
out of that,
Play video. Actions, but date range, all, photo, date, April 30th, top, page 19 of photo, date, April 4th,
Let's
time,
pick another
7:50 p.m. A white label with red text in an screenshot, date, April 4th, screenshot, date, photo, date, April 8th, time, 11:44 a.m.
ooh,
A group of trees under a blue sky.
here we
Photo
go.
library,
So
back
this was
button.
the day of the eclipse. I don't think I got any good eclipse pictures, but
Toolbar,
we're going to
share,
go back
button.
in here.
One
And
photo selected.
Going to hit share, and I'll go back to the
Aira
share
Explorers,
sheet.
WhatsApp, button. Alex Wallace, mail,
Oh.
Aira, +1. Brian, Sid, Kevin, Wendell, Step, Blake, airdrop, messages, mail, notes, journal, button, reminders, freeform, Slack, button, Zoom, button, Aira Explorer, button.
Now, Aira Explorer, why do we have two entries in here? I thought this was pretty cool. I had no idea that this was here, but let's say I wanted to find out. I'm just going to double tap.
Aira text field is editing. Insertion point at start.
So we can actually ask a question of this about this photo. So let me just double tap.
Insertion point at end.
Can you see the sky in this photo? And are there any signs of the eclipse?
Inserted. Can you see the sky in this photo? And are there any signs of the eclipse?
I'm just going to single finger swipe left.
Ask Aira Access AI button.
And of course, we get my
Ask
a
Aira
person
Access
in the
photos.
background
Can you see
here.
the sky?
Hey.
Can you see the sky in this photo? Access AI is writing a response. Actions available. This photo shows a view of several trees with a blue sky visible in the background. I do not see any signs of an eclipse. Would you like more details?
Alrighty, so there we go. So if you had a number of pictures that were similar and you had a specific question, are there 4 people in this image? Or, and now it won't compare photos to each other, but you can definitely ask it questions about photos from your camera roll, photos from anywhere you can do the share sheet, right? Awesome. All
Yeah,
right.
anywhere with the share sheet.
Settings. Octa verify.
Yep. anywhere there. I'm
Lifestyle
gonna
Aira
go.
Explorer
Let's go
beta.
back to the Aira
Explorer.
Explorer. All right. So does anyone have any questions out there about how to use Access AI? There are probably a million uses for this feature in our app.
So far, we haven't gotten any questions. We did get a comment from someone named Alex, and they said, hi, interesting presentation, maybe, and they provided some suggestions for the response back when it comes to what the AI generates, that it's like waiting for a response from an agent, or when you actually get that response back, that your description is correct, maybe having that to be a little bit more simple. So thanks, Alex. We appreciate your
Yeah.
feedback there. Since we are still really developing this technology, there's a lot of thought going into what is going to make this the best experience for people, what terminology works best. Yeah, and so we really appreciate that kind of as we're still in this brainstorming piece of things. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave them in our YouTube chat. And
Awesome.
we'll kind of
We have a
address
couple
those.
hands up here in Zoom as well that we'll get to. And if you do have comments or ratings that you want to give Access AI, you can send those to support@aira.io. We don't have a feedback form right now in this particular feature itself, but you can send your comments to support@aira.io. So Sid, I think we have a couple folks in Zoom.
We do. Stand by a moment.
Mhm.
Barbara, you're up
Hey.
live. Go ahead, please ask your question.
Hi, Barbara.
Barbara, you may need to unmute your microphone.
Mhm. Yep. And Barbara is a longtime Aira explorer.
Barbara, you should be up live now. Go ahead, please ask your question.
There we go. Okay, and
Well, we'll give Barbara a moment or two. We do have a
Let's see.
second hand raised, and this person,
sure.
John, stand by. John, give us a moment.
Hello, John.
John, if you can, go ahead and unmute your microphone. We'll see if we can bring you on.
There we go. Hello, can you
There we
hear me?
are. Hi, John. How are you?
Hi there. How you doing? Okay,
Great.
so I was trying to use this, and it didn't let me. Well, I was trying to get into this meeting actually, and it kept saying the host has another meeting in progress. And I waited a while, and then that I was doing it through the email.
Ah. And were you coming into, you were obviously coming into the Zoom meeting, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't. It said the host has a meeting in progress.
Ah, well,
And
you
then-
actually, how did you get here?
Well, then I went to the event,
Ah,
and then asked for my name and email and got in that way. But that's so weird that it would do that.
well, we are definitely experimenting as we go with multiple platforms.
Yeah,
So right
sure.
now we are on Zoom, we are on
I like
Facebook. Yeah. Do you like the
Yeah,
event
Zoom-
tab?
Yeah, the event tab is okay. I went there, but I just happened to try to get through by email, and that didn't seem to work.
Mhm. Oh, we apologize for that. So John, have you tried Access AI yet?
I tried to, but it didn't do anything.
Oh dear. Okay. So you actually have Access AI on in your Aira Explorer app?
Yes, I do.
Ah, okay.
And
Well,
I tried to read a dial,
mhm.
and it didn't. It was a dial on a convection oven,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't seem to recognize it.
Hmm.
Now maybe that was too much for the poor thing, but
No, sometimes lighting is key to these things. It can use the flashlight, but also sometimes lighting is problematic. Also, some of
Screen dimmed. Can
the
you see the
flat
sky in this
screen
photo, and are
kinds
there
of
any signs of the
devices
eclipse? Image.
can be
Can you see the sky
difficult,
in
but
this
that
photo,
sounds like a
and are there
well,
any
dial.
signs of the
So,
eclipse?
this was just a
Mhm.
plain dial. It wasn't a screen.
Mhm. Ah, gotcha. Well, I tell you what we can do, John. We can have our support staff, our care team, give you a call, and we can work with you to see if we can get that up and working for you.
Oh, that would be very nice. That would be good.
Sure. Absolutely, because I know you are also a longtime explorer.
Oh yeah, 2017.
Great. Well, thank you so much, John, for
Oh sure.
all of this info, and we will have somebody give you a call and see if we can't get things up and working for you. Let's see, did we get Barbara back?
Barbara hasn't come back yet, but if
Mhm.
folks are joining through Zoom and they do have a question, we do have a few folks
Oh,
there
great.
that are joining,
Okay.
but we don't have any raised hands. So if we do have some participants that would like to ask a question, please raise your hand and
Yep.
then we'll switch over to you. But in the interim, maybe
Yeah.
continue on a little bit more with our presentation and see if oh well, we do have a raised hand. Stand by a moment.
All right.
Tina, you are up live. Please go ahead and unmute your device. You should be.
Hi, Tina.
Thank you.
Hey, there she is.
Thank you. Well, like this previous person, I had some trouble getting in, so I'd like to offer a feedback suggestion.
Mhm.
Whenever you're doing anything, I did notice that Facebook, it didn't come up in Facebook Live for whatever reason. I did end up going to the YouTube channel, but I'm thinking if you do this, it might be helpful to have like 10 minutes before have music playing or something so people can test their equipment and make sure everything is working, especially for Zoom.
Mhm.
And so, it might be helpful to have like that pre-show
Mhm.
because I know this is the third time you've done an event like this. We've had the Eclipse, we had Kentucky
Mhm.
Derby, and now this. So that's my big recommendation when you do events like this. Have like that 10-minute window so people can make sure that they can make sure the equipment's working. Because like this last person, I got the host is in another meeting link from
Hmm.
message from the email.
Interesting. Well, we're
Yeah.
definitely sorry that happened. So are you using Access AI yet, Tina?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I'm
not
waiting.
yet.
I don't like to do a lot of beta testing. I like to wait for things to stabilize.
Ah, well, that's quite interesting because this is one of those public betas that sort of
Oh, it is?
new features come up, but it's definitely a
Mhm.
public beta. And I would say, Anna, Blake, Maribel, you can verify this. It's pretty stable, actually. You
Oh,
would
it
be
is?
surprised. Yeah.
So do you
Yep.
have any idea when it's going to be released out of beta?
That's a good question. I'm going to throw that one over to Blake.
We don't have a specific answer for that, but
Mm-hmm.
anyone can request access to it right now, and should
Okay.
be able to get access to it soon. Whether
Nice.
you are a subscriber or just download it, if someone downloads it today, and just
Yeah.
uses our access offers.
Mhm.
But we'll
Just
definitely
as
see.
And just as an aside, have you guys done any more discussions about how to bring the Ira price down? Because I know during the plan change, there was a lot of buzz and a lot of people getting nervous about the prices. So have you had any more discussions about how to bring the price down?
We are always talking, Tina, about bringing prices down. And the way that we are able to do that is through more access partners, of course. So we're always talking about it. Stay tuned is about all I can say. There's really,
Okay,
these talks are continuous. So, and we
good.
know that, times are tough and prices are, that's a big deal to folks because if you
It
really
is.
use the app and you really like it, one good thing about Access AI, totally free. Totally
Yeah,
free.
that's good. Yeah, well, I really do appreciate, but yeah, so the main suggestion that I would offer is whenever you do an event like this, have that 10 minutes before for
Gotcha.
setup for anybody that's
Gotcha.
trying to get in. And also that would hopefully minimize that because sometimes it's hard to get it up to
Sure.
date.
Mhm.
Or and then also if it's Facebook, ended up on the page you had to log into Facebook, and I'm thinking, shouldn't it just jump you right into Facebook or something like that?
Well, that's quite interesting. And your input is helping us as we plan
You.
more. And I think we're probably going to be using a different type of configuration for some of our next events.
Oh, really? So what are you
Yeah, but
thinking?
well, you won't notice it. You won't notice it. You will just notice a little bit smoother interaction for some of our next events. So
Yeah, because this one was a little
Mhm.
jumpy. This one
that's
was a
it.
bit,
We'll
this
get
one
it.
was a bit, this one was a bit jumpy, especially trying to get into Zoom and
Mhm.
hearing that, I ended up going to the YouTube channel. So, and that
Gotcha.
was great. But,
Gotcha.
have that pre-show on all platforms with some
Mhm.
Creative Commons music
Mhm.
just to help everyone make sure that their equipment is
Certainly.
working and to run tests for you guys too, for your benefit.
Certainly. Yep.
Yeah, because that's what
Well,
I've often seen done
mhm.
sometimes before a live broadcast
Mhm.
or like the church I attend live streams their
Huh?
service. So they
Gotcha.
always have music going just to make sure that way you don't miss you don't miss anything. And if you
Certainly.
miss the pre-show, you're okay.
Certainly.
So
Well,
that's why I love that pre-show 10 minutes. I
right.
suggest 10
Right.
minutes because
Will
it's
you have
short
10
enough.
minutes of Ira commercials? Can we do that for you?
No,
Just
but
warning you.
no, but the point
Uh-huh.
is having that music
Sure.
before
Yeah.
would at least
Yeah,
allow for people to set up their equipment, to get in and set up their
right.
equipment.
Right. Right. We understand that and we appreciate your suggestion. Do we have
Thank you.
anyone
We do,
else out
we do.
there?
And Tina, thank you very much for the,
Awesome.
it's one of those things as we try to branch out and
Yep.
broaden our audience. That's our intent, is to broaden and go
Yep.
different platforms. It's always the kind of thing that the feedback like this is helpful so we can
Yep.
improve it.
Absolutely.
Barbara is back, and let's
Oh,
go
good.
ahead and switch it back to Barbara. So stand by a moment.
Mhm.
Barbara, let's see if we've got you now. Go ahead and unmute, please.
And hopefully,
Barbara, I think you're up. Can you hear us?
okay. And
She is unmuted.
okay. And we will see here. Oops, there we go. I'm just going to pause my screen share here. There we go.
I'm afraid we may want to go back again. Barbara may,
Yeah, let's see. Do we have?
but
Okay.
Well, and Barbara, if you, we do have a Q&A option at the bottom. So if you want to type in your question, we can keep an eye out for that.
Yep. Yep. So I'm going to ask Mirabai, you travel a lot, obviously. You are a Paralympic athlete. Many people may not know that. But what do you use Access AI for? Do you use it when you're on the road?
So far, thankfully with this job, I'm not traveling nearly as much. So I haven't tested too much on the road. And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm low vision. So I have albinism, and I have some usable vision. So for me, it's a little bit different, kind of figuring out where I use Access AI and where it can support me. But I've found it to be really helpful in cases of working with electronics. A lot of the times different electronics will have indicator lights that are pretty hard to see, and especially with my vision, I need really specific lighting to be able to see things. So, an easy example would be on the AirPods, on the Apple AirPods, there is an indicator light that's either like a reddish orange or it's green, and that tells you if, your AirPods are charged up. So using it on things like that, and then I've also used Access AI quite a few times when it comes to getting instructions on the back of food boxes, just like preparation instructions. And then I can usually ask it more specific questions for the step that I'm on. And then I've been really kind of playing around with the feature when it comes to navigation and understanding layouts of different rooms.
Here I am.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Do
oh,
we have
awesome.
Barbara here with us?
It helps to turn on your mic, guys.
Hi there.
Hi. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, so I came in a little bit late. So one of the things that I wanted to know, well, two things. Well, the first, though, is what was the first way that you could access the AI? I got the second and the third, but what was the first one?
So the very first one is quick capture, and it's the first button you're going to encounter when you get to that screen. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It will automatically take a picture and describe it for you. and it's whatever is in front of your camera, whatever you're aiming at, you can take a picture of that. But then once that picture is up there, you can also ask more questions about the picture. You can take additional pictures with the detailed capture, and you can actually have that photo verified by an agent. So and you can actually call a live agent. So you've got a lot of options from that quick capture screen.
Now, when will this be available, basically?
It is available right now, Barbara.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yep. So if you have your Aira Explorer app, you're going to go to
Yep.
that bottom of the home screen, and you will
Okay.
see home, and then the second button in is Access AI.
I've
And
seen that. Yeah.
yep. And if you double tap in there is a form to fill out. And
Oh,
you fill out
okay.
that form, and that will come to us, and then we will enable it for you. And we do that daily for people. So we're activating this for more and more people each day. So fill out that form, get on the list, and we'll let you know in an email when it's activated. And if you have any questions at all about how to use it after that, you can always call our customer care team. They're fantastic about helping you discover what all you can do with it.
I thought that was just for beta.
Well, it's a public beta. So basically
okay.
we are, yeah, it's sort of like those iOS public betas. But
Got it.
this
Okay.
one, we're getting a lot of information from people using it in the real world. Like Mirabai was talking about using it for navigation to kind of get the layout of a room, or to, look at a panel with controls on it. I used it to set up the lights on my camera stand today, because I wasn't sure if the lights were coming on, and my light detector was giving me some weird readings.
Gotcha.
And,
Yeah.
are the lights on? No, they're not. Yes, they are. And so that was very helpful there.
That's
And
great.
then you've got the backup of the live agents as well.
Now, this is basically for reading things and taking pictures, like for things that you want to see what they are. Is that correct? It's not for navigation or anything like
Not
that.
typically, no. This does not have a video factor yet.
Mhm.
Now, Blake can probably talk a little bit about the different types of GPT engines that we use to get the information. We use a number of them, not just one, but none of them have that video capability yet. But and I know a lot of people have seen the video that's out for the other service, and that's wonderful, but we're not quite there yet. I think it'll be a
thank you
bit
very
before
much.
before we all see that. But you can use it for things like the layout of a room. It is really helpful for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Always good to hear from you, Barbara.
Thank you. You too.
All right. So, do we have anyone else out there?
I think we've got everybody wrapped up, at least on the Zoom side, and as to YouTube.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we have any new questions on YouTube.
Okay. Blake, I didn't get to you yet. What do you use to access AI for?
All sorts of different things. I think Maribel hit a couple that I often use it for, like food, labels, packaging, instructions. I find very helpful. If there's any paper materials or signage that I want to know the text that's on it, I find that the OCR is pretty good. And sometimes when traveling, I've used it just getting detailed descriptions of what all is in frame or what I might be looking at. I've used it for electronics, if it's the charging lights or how to use a certain feature, or touch screens, appliances at home. There's lots of different ones. I'm trying to think of what others. I feel like there's so many
So
ones
have
that
either
people
of you
tell
guys
me.
used it for a vending machine?
No.
I said the next time I go to the airport, that's it. I'm using it for a vending machine.
That would be an
Not sure
interesting one.
how well it will work, but definitely, because boy, some of those are just especially the newer ones with the touch screen. Not a fun experience.
No.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Anything else we haven't covered here about Access AI and Aira in general?
Blake, I don't know if you want to speak at all to kind of like the safety and security of Access
Ah.
AI. That's kind of one of the, really one of the really big focuses here at Aira is making sure that data is kept private and secure, and we've really considered that within the build for AI as well.
Absolutely, that's a good point. So, like with any interaction with Aira, we treat your Access AI sessions just like we would our calls. We're not selling the information to any third parties. We are making sure that this is a secure process so that like Janine was saying, we are able to allow our explorers to send medical information, whatever it may be, where you can feel confident that you can send it to Access AI to get the info you need if you don't want to talk to a human visual interpreter, or if you do, you always have that availability. But in general, we want to continue to operate with a gold standard of privacy and security with anything at Aira, and that extends to Access AI and the services around it that we pay for to make sure that we can get the highest levels of security as we rely on other technologies to support this. So, but definitely something that we appreciate having as users of it ourselves and just employees of Aira.
And I believe John may have another question here as we wrap up.
Yep, stand by a moment, John. Hang on a second.
Mhm.
John, you could go ahead and unmute.
So,
There we go.
my question is, what's the relation of this to the glasses?
Oh, good question. Good question. Access AI is currently not available yet on any of the smart glasses. Well, there's only one set of smart glasses that we're available on right now, but we continue to look at smart glasses. And I think, Blake, you can probably speak to this a little bit too. As that market continues to evolve, what may happen there?
Yeah, we're still definitely looking at different smart glasses options, and I don't, I don't know what all it will happen with it, but my personal hopes and desires is that it would make the interaction with the AI even more seamless and easier to use. But it is something we're actively looking at, and we'll have to see as hopefully the glasses technology becomes higher quality and cheaper. It's what we're looking at.
Yeah, and I think we're moving toward that pretty quickly, John, with the Meta Ray-Ban glasses and a couple other types of glasses. So, as we said a couple years ago, it's not going to be long before the commercial market actually makes these things available to us. And then all we have to do is get our API incorporated into those glasses. So stay tuned. I feel like I've been saying that for a long time now, but I think it's going to be pretty interesting when we are able to get Access AI paired with our visual interpreters onto glasses. Well, as we wrap up here, our program, let me tell you a little bit about things that are coming up. So on Tuesday, May 21st, Troy Attilio, our CEO, will be speaking at the United Nations. He will be in a United Nations session, and we will be broadcasting that. So you will be able to go to the events tab and take a look. You will see it up there. We'll have it posted probably tomorrow in the upcoming events with the time. That will be airing at 1:15 Eastern Time, which is 10:15 Pacific Time, and that will go to 2:30. And he is on a panel about technology and the aging population. So this should be very interesting and quite an honor. We'll also be talking to Troy on Access Matters, our May edition of Access Matters, about his visit to the UN and the particular topic he spoke about, but also a little bit more about AI and the fast-moving pace of AI and how we're matching that with the potential of our humans in the mix. And then we are coming up to convention season. So we are right now planning a webinar for June all about navigating the convention and how you can use Aira to your greatest benefit while you're at either of the national conventions or Disability In, which happens shortly after the conventions. But this year we will have 2 conventions relatively close together, not only in timing, but also in physical location. The NFB will be in Orlando, shortly followed by or overlapped by the ACB in Jacksonville. So you will see Aira representatives at both of those conventions. I think Blake and Maribel, you're going to be at NFB, right?
Yep, that's right.
Awesome. Awesome. And I will be at ACB. And so you will, I'm not sure if we have a workshop at NFB. I know we do have one at ACB. We're going to be going over a lot of this material, plus whatever else has happened with Access AI since this particular broadcast. So you never know. Our engineers are working at a very, I would say a very fast pace to try to add new features, see what you think of them, revise them, etc. And I think everybody has seen that as we built Access AI. Well, once again, we will check for any questions out there.
I think from a Zoom standpoint, we are good.
All right. Well, I would like to thank everyone tonight. Mirabai, thank you so much. How can people reach out to us on social media?
Lots of different ways. We're on pretty much all the different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, Mastodon, and here on YouTube. So yeah, feel free to reach out in the comments. You can also send us any direct messages if you have questions, or you can reach us via our care team if you have more specific questions to anything tech related, and the actual functionality of the app.
Awesome. Awesome. And Blake, what if people are interested in our advisory group or beta testing, any of that? How can they contact you? Are we taking new people for those efforts?
If you ever have feedback, like you mentioned before, just reaching out to support Aira IO with any feedback you have. And there's always various ways to share more, and we could kind of take it from there. But feel free to reach out to support at Aira.io, Aira.io, and we could take it from there.
Awesome. And you may have seen, for those of you who watched the Kentucky Derby and took advantage of that great event, we have a little survey going out with some prizes. So you could actually win an Aira hoodie or 2 $25 gift cards from one of our Access partners. So take a look at that survey and be sure and fill that out and get yourself in that drawing. We'll be having more of those, by the way. And possibly some special things coming at a convention. We will see what we have in store for you then. Stay tuned and be sure to keep on looking at that events button on the More tab, under the More tab in your Aira Explorer app. Sid, I want to thank you for being the excellent producer that you always are. We really appreciate that. And I'm going to give a sneak peek, everybody. You're going to get to meet Sid in person in Jacksonville. Yay!
It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to it, and glad to be able to assist.
Awesome. And thank you so much, Mirabai and Blake, for being here. And we're going to say a special hello out there to Everett, who is our VP of Blindness Initiatives. He is on vacation tonight, or he would be here with us, but he's probably using Access AI on vacation. I would almost bet. Wonderful. Well, I'm Janine
Thanks, everyone.
Stanley. Yeah. I'm Janine Stanley, and I appreciate everyone joining us tonight. And did I hear that Troy is here? Oh my. All righty. Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful rest of Global Accessibility Awareness Day.